Hello everyone, Steak Jacobs here, and today we're going to be talking about how to improve your accuracy in Serious Sam 4. This isn't necessarily a weapon guide or, mouse tutorial or anything like that. There's plenty of reviews out there that I'd recommend that you watch just to kind of get a better sense of how to aim, but it mainly just comes down to practice. What I'm here to talk about is how to improve your in-game accuracy in Serious Sam 4 when using weapons like the Devastator, Sniper Rifle, and other fast-firing weapons like that. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to unlock dual wielding so I can present it. In order to do that, and also to kind of get the playstyle that I usually go with, I'll need 7 skill points. So, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep, 7, okay. And, the best way to do that, and also to get this training level, is to download NSCuber's Resource Manager. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to this in the description below. It actually comes with this test map, and it also comes with this menu. And of course, in order to access the menu, basically all you need to do is just bind it to a key. So, for me, I just have it on period, but yeah, just do something like that. Alright, once you have this set up, then basically, to help navigate through it easier, you can go ahead and click on the cluster view down here. That groups everything. Then if you go to gadgets, it's going to be right here, and just click on it, and as you can see, it gives you skill points down there to use. So let's go ahead and unlock the skill points so that we can show off the dual wielding. Then we're going to grab all the guns. Okay, cool. So, about accuracy, if you go into game options and you go to the very bottom, you'll notice that there's 2 sliders down here. Weapon bobbing doesn't really do much, but if you're playing the game and you just first installed it, this will be up to 1 by default. So let me show you what that looks like really quick. So as you can see, when you shoot, the screen just punts up a little bit every time. Not too bad when you're using a single weapon, like a sniper rifle or cannon or anything like that. It's pretty manageable. However, when you dual wield weapons, that's where problems start to show up, and I'll show you what I mean. So here we have a reptiloid, and when you shoot, the crosshair jumps up a little bit. And as you can see right there, the crosshair basically shoots up and over the target. You see that? Basically, if you just watch the actual Devastator projectiles themselves, you can see that one goes on target, and then if you fire slightly after with the other weapon, it's going to go above where you're trying to aim. So yeah, that's a problem, especially if you're trying to, get better with shooting and just trying to get the basics down. Like, that's a bit of a hindrance, and just personal taste, I don't really think it looks that good. So, what I recommend you do is go to game options, and I would say the best range to play at would be .40 to .20. .20 is what I use. It gives you a nice little bit of feedback with your weapons, but it doesn't cause the crosshair to jump all over the place when you're rapid firing weapons like that. If we do .40, for example, that's pretty decent. It kind of feels like BFE a little bit, where you shoot, there's a pretty noticeable amount of crosshair jump, but it's very manageable. See, the crosshair jumps, but not that much. Now, if you go to .20, which is what I play at. Not saying that you have to play here, but basically just saying like you should try going in between this range, just showing you what I use personally here. Then, you'll notice when the enemy spawns, both shots pretty much go exactly in the center. And of course, we're going to compare that one more time to .40, which is the highest value I'd recommend you use. Reload, get some ammo. You can see it's pretty close. If you try to spread out the shots a little bit, then basically what happens is, yeah, the second shot goes slightly above where you're aiming. So of course to compensate, you can aim a little bit more towards the center of the hitbox. And if you don't want any of this, then obviously just put it down there, and you'll have laser beams. But in my opinion, it doesn't feel satisfying to shoot. I mean, as nice and as cool as it is, I do like a little bit of weapon bob when shooting, so I prefer doing .20. That's about as low as I'll go. And just for demonstration purposes, one more time. Basically no jump, and you get that nice little bit of screen shake when you do fire, but it's nothing that's too crazy and distracting. In my opinion, .20 is kind of a good place to start to just kind of add to the experience. So, that's pretty much all I wanted to show. Nothing too fancy, just like a quick tip. Just go in here, switch this value, so that's all you really need to do. Not saying that that's gonna, make you a better player overnight or anything like that, but it is definitely gonna give you better control over where your shots go. If you find that you're using dual wielding and your shots just kind of go all over the place, and definitely decrease that value to something that you're comfortable with, and hopefully that'll help you out. So, thanks again for watching, and as always, stay serious.